Hey everybody. So we got this Electrolux dryer that I just noticed that a couple days ago it was making just a really awful noise while there was a load of clothes in here. And it all of a sudden started rumbling really loud and just very different than it's supposed to sound. And so I got to take this apart and figure out what's wrong with it. I think there might be something either stuck in the motor or on the rollers. But here's, I'll just turn it on real quick so you can see what it sounds like, what I'm hearing. And then we're going to dig into this and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it and get it fixed. See that loud kind of thumping, rumbling noise? That's not normal. That means there's something wrong. So we're going to stop that and shut that thing off. And we're going to dig into this and figure out what the problem is. Okay, we're gonna start by taking the top off. So in order to get the top off, we have to take the two screws out here in the back of the dryer. So we're just gonna take a Phillips head. Yeah, if I can get it on the screw properly. There's one. And one more over here. All right. And now we should be able to slide this back and just take that right off the top there. All right, now that we've got the top off, we've got 3 screws right here. You can zoom in so we can see those screws. We've got 1, 2, and 3. So we're just going to start with this one over here. Remove those 3 screws. Okay. All right, so this dryer is on a pedestal stand, but there's 2 screws at the bottom here that we have to take out so we can take the front off. So we're gonna start right here. If you can see that screw. Let me just open this storage door here so we can get to it. There's one, and I've got one more over here. Okay. Actually, those were the wrong screws. So that just held the pedestal on the dryer. So what I need to do is, there's 2 other screws here right next to the pedestal mounts. Well, that one fell down in the drawer there, so we'll get that one later. And then one more here. And that's the other one. Okay, now that we've got the top off and we've got the screws for the mounting of the front, we need to pull this off. Now it's important, I should have mentioned this at the very beginning of the video, before you start any work, you want to make sure you're unplugging the power from the wall to the dryer, so you don't want to have a risk of electrocution. So now we're just going to go ahead and pull this front away from the dryer. And there's 2 wires here, one to connect the control panel, and then another one here. So we're just going to unplug these 2 wires here. We can just pull that away and set that aside. Now that we've got the front of the dryer off, we just need to remove this connector for the lint filter housing. And so we just pull this little tab down at the bottom here, and that should come right out. And then we can just slip that right through here and pull that out and set that aside. Now we need to take this this panel off right here. So the way we do that is we just undo these 4 screws on the sides here. So we're going to start with this one here. Take those off. Now that I've taken those 4 screws out on the sides, I just need to spread the side of the dryer apart a little bit. So I'm going to take
these two screws on here. And that'll help spread that apart there. I'll take these two from here. All right, now I got to take these two screws out so I can pull this away from the front. And these two screws are holding the support bar at the top here. Just try to pull that just like that. Disconnect this wire here. All right, so I've disconnected all the wires to the front panel here, and you can see this panel here. It's got two rollers that the bottom of the drum, the front bottom of the drum rides on. And then this is the duct that goes to the blower motor that goes up in here. That's where the airflow goes through here. And there's still a lot of lint and stuff in here that we'll need to clean out. But now what we want to do is look at the blower motor here. So if we can get down here and look inside here and see if there's anything stuck in here. There's quite a bit of lint in here. So you can see all this. I don't know if you can get a good angle on that, but in there you can see just a ton of lint in there. So we're gonna get a shop vac and we're gonna blow that out. And then we're gonna inspect the belt and the rollers to make sure that there's nothing that's preventing this dryer drum from rolling properly. Okay, so it's really important that we make sure that the inside of this blower motor gets cleaned out. So all that lint in there is actually preventing airflow from going through the dryer. And so, of course, we all know that airflow is really important to make sure that we have efficient and effective drying. I'm going to take a couple minutes here and vacuum out all of this lint as best I can to get that free and clear. Now I've got it all cleaned out. Now the job is to put it all back together. So we start with making sure that the drum is actually sitting on the back rollers, the rear rollers on the bottom. And it also, if you can just get a quick video here, this felt strip, this gasket, should sit over this white part here. So we want to make sure that that's sitting in there properly, and we just do a quick roll to make sure that it's rolling properly. And then we're going to go ahead and put the front back on here. So we're just going to put it back on the same way we took it apart in reverse order. So I'm going to make sure that that fits in there. The rollers are sitting on the drum is sitting on the front rollers. And then we're just going to go ahead and reassemble everything. All right, now that we got the front all put together, we got to just put the top back on. So if you remember how we took this apart, we just need to set it on flat, and then it's got a catch in these two grooves on the side. So you just set it on there and then just pull it flat like that. And then now you just got to put the two screws on the back. So we'll go ahead and put those on, then we'll plug it back in and see if it operates any better than it was. All right, moment of truth, got everything put back together. Let's see if it sounds any better. That's what a dryer is supposed to sound like. Success. Well, we got the job done. We got the outcome we were looking for. It doesn't make the same noise that it was making before, so it doesn't sound like there's a pair of shoes in the dryer as it's operating. So now it's back to sounding the way it was before I noticed that noise a few days ago. The job wasn't really that hard. Now, I've never taken a dryer apart to do that before, so this is my first time, and it really wasn't that difficult. As long as you remember where to put all the screws back in, how to put everything back together,
it does help to videotape that so you can kind of replay your video to see, okay, what did I take out of here? How did I take this apart? And then you can put it all back together the same way. But all I really did was I checked the belt, I checked the rollers, and I cleaned out that blower motor, which was really stuffed up with a bunch of lint, and it was just dirty. So that motor wasn't spinning right, and that's what was making that sound. It was not turning the drum properly either. So got it all cleaned out, works great, and we'll move on to the next project. If you enjoyed watching this video, please hit like and subscribe so that you get notified when new videos come out.